Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we're going to take a look at the Stylmartin Red Rebel Boots available at RevZilla.com. So what you're going to see on the table in front of me is a new boot from Stylmartin called the Red Rebel. Now, one of the things that really struck me with this is the quality of the leather. It's clear that Stylmartin is taking a huge step forward in their construction. I was really impressed with this over some of even their other quality pieces, stuff like the Rocket and the Indian boots, which I've worn previously. This has a much nicer hand to it. The quality of the leather is really solid on the Red Rebel to the point where it's really stand-outish. Now, one of the things to note, from a color standpoint, you've got the blacks on the table, red laces, square toe design to this, and it is going to be available in sizes from 39 to 47. Now, as we say with all Stylmartin boots, they fit about a size large. So take whatever size you would normally wear and bump down one size to get the right fit for your foot. Now, these come in around the $315 price point, which puts them, towards the upper end of Stylmartin's line. And like I said, really, if you're looking at these, you'd be looking at something like the Indian boots or even the Rocket boots. And this is going to be a little bit shorter by comparison. This is only a 7-inch rise to this. It almost has more of a hiking boot style to it. And like I said, I actually really like the leather that they're using on this boot versus what I'm seeing with the Indian as well as the Rocket. But again, it's a completely different style. So like I said, you do have that square toe design at the front. You're now having a stitched sole, and this is replaceable. So it's a replaceable stitched Vibram sole. You can take it to your cobbler. Once it wears out, you can have them put a new sole on. You're getting great tread pattern from this, nice lug design, Vibram. And it is about a 4 out of 5 on the rigidity scale. So it's comfortable enough for you to walk around in all day, but it's still firm enough that if you're wearing on the motorcycle, it's going to give you some support. Now you have reinforcements at the toe, you're going to have reinforcements at the heel, and you're going to have all the different accent colors. So you have the accent laces done in the red, and you're going to have the accent white stitching done along the bottom. And then when we talk about the laces, they utilize this interesting roller bearing style eyelet to get the laces through. And then when you get up to the top, you're going to have this piece of leather that straps around to make sure that the laces don't come undone and get stuck anywhere on the motorcycle. Little buckle that comes around. And again, we've seen this from a lot of different Stylmartin boots. And then this piece of leather at the top kind of folds down and your laces are underneath. Now when you get to the top of this, you actually trade your full grain leather for Nubuck style. Very soft, very supple. And you have a full leather interior as well. Ankle cups at both the lateral as well as the medial side. And then once we strap this back around, if you take a look at the boot on the left-hand side, one of the things you'll note with this is that you do get a shift guard. And one of the things that's unique about this, I've seen this done from a couple different manufacturers. Stylmartin gives you leather on the top, and it's done in a contrasting red leather. Then if we flip it over, they've got a textile leather material on the bottom to make sure you have grip. And then in addition to that, you've got an additional strap that runs the length of the boot to make sure that this actually stays in place. So many times I've seen manufacturers do this where it's just a strip across the toe box and it tends to just kind of fall off. But with the way that Stylmartin has done it, it's actually a really innovative design, and it does help to keep your boots looking nice and new if that's something that's important to you. Personally, I like my boots to look worn out, so I probably wouldn't go with that. But if you're someone that's a little bit more fashionable or fashion conscientious, that would be something that you probably appreciate. Now, there's a lot of folks out there utilizing Stylmartin boots, and if you want to hear more about what those folks have to say, you can click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are already out there putting Stylmartin boots through their paces. If you have more questions for any of our gear geeks as to which pair of boots is right for you, your riding style, your motorcycle, you just give them a shout at 877-792-9455 or simply shoot over an email to cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at these Stylmartin Red Rebel Boots. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.